Well, of course, in the first instance, the main objective of the project is to stimulate toleration, understanding between people of different persuasion, different religions, but also non-religious people. The project invites young people to engage in a dialogue, not necessarily an easy dialogue, but it's only through dialogue that we come to understanding and to a better form of coexistence. But secondly, I think that the project also aims at improving religious literacy, because people speak about religion sometimes without really knowing what they are talking about. And in that sense, the project has an educational value. Not just because of it gives information about different religions and also non-religious stances, by the way, but also because it invites young people to go to search for information and to look at places where you find quality information. So with the project, we provide young people with a lot of clippings, which are original sources, but also properly contextualized, with also the references to books, articles that they can consult to control, to verify information. I think that's a very important element of the project as well. And then there is a third important value, namely that is that it stimulates creativity. In this sense, we had all ideas about how a docu-tube should look like, for instance. And our very first experiments already showed that the people who were working with them did something entirely different with it. It's so exciting. It stimulates the creativity of the young people. And that's a tremendous value in itself, I believe. Is it a long way from Retopea to utopia? That's an intriguing question. A funny one too. Clearly, when we imagined the project and we were looking for a name for it, we arrived at the term Retopea because it resonated with utopia. That's clear. And there is surely something utopian in our project, because we actually strive towards a better world. We want to improve the world in which we are living. We want to improve the coexistence of people, the living together rather, of people with different ideas, Weltanschauung, different religion. That is the basic purpose of the project, and that there is something utopian in it. But on the other hand, utopia is also, in the end, something not real, that cannot happen on this earth. So, in the end, Retopea is not about creating a utopia. It's much more about dealing with difference, creating a dialogue, a conversation, understanding between people living in different places, in different bubbles. Because we could say it's that. People are living in different bubbles. And we want to bring these bubbles in contact with each other and actually learning to cross the different borders between, or boundaries between the bubbles, to go from one bubble in the other and back. Understanding or stimulate in this way a kind of fluidity between bubbles. And we think in the end what we want is that people learn to respect each other. And I think respect for each other, also in our differences, is actually the key to better understanding and to indeed to peaceful living together. And that is what we want. That's not a utopia. It has something utopian in it, to be sure.